What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you had a great day today so far. Hope you had a great weekend. Um, Getting into this episode, first of all, let me just say, what the hell was the point of Carly breaking out of Ferncliff? What was the? I mean, I know the motive behind it. We all understand that, but she broke out without a plan, though. I mean, if you're gonna break out of a maximum, semi-maximum clinic, psychiatric ward, why would you do it without having a concrete plan? Like, you didn't show up with no bombshell information for Michael. You didn't show up pointing a gun at Nell. You didn't show up with nothing really. All you did was come to tell Michael the same shit that you literally just told him in a phone call. Like, she already called Michael and told him this, warned him about Nell, and so you broke out to basically tell him the same thing that you just told him a few minutes prior. Why? I mean, I understand as a parent, you got to protect your kid. But Sonny and Jason are there. He all right. He ain't gonna die tonight. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't gonna drop dead today. They know how dangerous Nell is, and they got him. They're there. You got Sonny there. You got Jason there. You got a detective there. He's good. Hell, you even got the mayor, Ned. He's good. Nothing's gonna happen to him at the wedding. He all right. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't gonna drop dead today. Now tomorrow that's another story, but today he got everybody with him, so he's straight. But we can't speak about tomorrow. But today he alright. Um, Bobby. Oh, first of all, let me just say this: when Carly, before she left, and she looked at Ava and said Nell had help, the look on Griffin's face was hilarious, and the look on Ava's face was dead funny. When she looked at Griffin looked at her, and then Ava looked at Griffin. She made the face at Griffin like, "What the fuck you looking at me for?" She was like, "That bitch is lying." Like, that's the face she gave him. Like, don't believe this bitch. That's the look Ava gave Griffin. Griffin has been wrestling with this all episode long, like, cause he just felt like Ava was avoiding him the whole episode. Like, most of the episode, he just felt like she was avoiding him because of what Carly said. I mean, honestly, Ava know her ass is guilty. Even Bobby confronted her. Bobby know that bitch guilty too. They all know it, and Bobby was letting her know. She was like, when your secrets and all your lies come back to bite you in the ass, I'm gonna have front row seat and I'm gonna watch. I said exactly. Ava gonna get caught out sooner or later. She gonna get caught. Um, Bobby just be looking at Ava like she want to smack the door shit out of her. I'm just saying. Um, That shit was too funny though. Ava just needs to go back to being evil Ava, badass Ava, because all this domestic life is not really fitting for her. I'm just saying it's not for her. Like, you could tell, like, the real Ava is itching to come out. It's burning to come out. She's ready to go back to that dark side. I could see it, cause this domestic shit, this Mrs. Doubtfire shit, it ain't for her. This whole the preacher's wife, preacher's girlfriend, ex preacher's girlfriend, this shit ain't working for her. She can't live this life. You can just look at Ava and tell, like, yeah, she not comfortable with this lifestyle. Like, she need to go back to being a badass. That's how she looks. Like, every facial expression she make is just like she not with this shit. Like, she just not about this life like she thought she could be. Like, she just can't do it. Um, it is hot as shit. The only reason right now, what is this pop? I hate when stuff be popping up. That should be getting on my nerves. But anyway, the only reason I ain't turned my ear on yet is because every time I do it and I try to do a video, the sound it overpowers what I'm saying, so I have to speak even louder. So it's like a pain in the ass. That's why I turned it off for right now while I'm doing this video. But once I'm done with this video, I will be putting that shit back on full blast because it is hot as shit today. Matter of fact, how hot is it today? Yep, 85 degrees. It's hot as shit. I don't know what this is popping up on my computer. Oh. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, Ava, she know that this life ain't for her. So anyway, moving on from that. I don't blame Olivia. Olivia, I do not blame her. She did not want to go back to that wedding. When Michael called her from the hospital, he called Nell. I mean, not Nell, Ned. He had called Ned because they wanted to continue with the wedding. Ned was like, "You sure?" Olivia was like, "I'm not going to that fucking wedding. It's bad enough I had to come to this first bullshit. Now I'm not going to that second one." Ain't no all the guests was not here for that shit. Most of them was like, "Okay, it's bad enough we had to go to this bullshit. Now y'all expect us to drive all the way to the hospital to go to that second bullshit? We not no, we're not doing this again." They was like, "Hell no." Lulu and all them was like, "We good, we straight. We gonna sit right here and drink this champagne. We good." I don't blame them because it's bad enough you had to go to that bullshit the first time. You think I'm about to go again? I think not. Y'all can have that. Like for real, that's how I would have been. I'd be like, fuck that. I'm staying right here drinking up this good expensive champagne that I could drink for free. It's open bar. I'm about to get fucked up. That's how I would have been at that wedding. Fuck that. I had enough excitement for one day. Brad was getting on my fucking nerves. He's sitting there telling Bobby and Lulu, "Oh, can't y'all have some compassion for Nell? She's not all bad." Brad, shut the hell up. Please. You could say that because she hasn't fucked you over yet. That's the only reason. But everybody in that room, she done fucked over at some point or another. So they have the right to say that she's a bitch. You don't see it yet because she didn't do anything directly to you. So that's easy for you to say. So you can take that nail love take your little nail loving ass over here to the corner and go sit there in the corner and shut the hell up. Um, he was getting on my nerves with his little nail loving ass. I couldn't stand it. That's his new name, nail loving ass. That's what he is. Sitting over there trying to preach to everybody about the good of nail. Shut the hell up. Ain't nobody trying to hear what you got to say. Especially if you're gonna speak so nicely about her. She's a bitch, point blank. Everybody know it. I felt bad for Francesca. I really did. I felt so bad for Francesca. If you know me, you know she's one of my favorite newbies at this point. I wish I could see more of her and find out more of her background because I like her. I liked her from the first moment, the first date her and Michael had. I loved her because she let Michael know real quick, fast, and in her. She was like, "I'm not about the drama. I'm not about the bullshit. I like a simple life." That right there made me fall in love with her because she was no nonsense. She made it very clear what she wanted. I fucks with a person like that. Even in real life, I love people like that. That, make it clear what their intentions are. They don't beat around the bush. They're not with that dumb shit. I love it. I felt bad for her because she had to sit in that room and watch Michael and Nell kiss. I was like, how awkward is that? Like you watching him kiss on this bitch when y'all was just on a date not too long ago. Like that's awkward. But hopefully once Michael ditched this bitch, hopefully he could get back with Francesca. Hopefully they can have a second chance. I would like that though, cause I like him and her together. They look good together. Um, so Jason and Jocelyn and all them show back up. Once Jocelyn showed up to that hospital, you could see it on her face. She was not feeling Nell no more. Every time Nell would talk to her and stuff and say something, Jocelyn would barely respond to Nell. Like she'd just sit there with a smile on her face, not even saying any words. That right there spoke volumes. I was like, yeah, she not feeling this bitch no more. She's seen your true colors. And Jocelyn pretty much felt like Carly was telling the truth when Carly came to that wedding. Jocelyn is starting to see it. Finally, she hopefully is getting some sense knocked into her. Hopefully, cause I'm like, hello, your mother came to the wedding. She broke out of Ferncliff to tell Michael all of this. Obviously, she must be telling the truth to risk all of that. Like seriously. Um. So they sitting there, Jason and all them watching them get married. They get married. Now Ned has to sign the marriage license, otherwise it's not official. So Jason gave Ned a pen. As soon as Jason gave Ned that fucking pen, I was like, that's invisible ink. As soon as he gave it to him, that's the first thing came out of my mouth. Invisible ink. I said, yep. And they kept penning in on that marriage license. Even when Ned went back to the Metro Court to have champagne or wine with Lulu and Olivia, they kept panning and zooming in on that marriage license. Because GH ain't subtle when it comes to some shit. So they was trying to be obvious about it. And I was like, yep, it's invisible ink. That's exactly what it is. It's invisible ink, which soon as he files that paperwork, that would automatically invalidate their marriage. So the marriage would be invalid because Ned didn't sign it. Technically, he signed it, but it's not going to show up on that paper. So it's invalid. I said, Jason, you little smart bastard. Jason, a smart son of a bitch. He always was like one step ahead of people when he really put his mind to it. Jason's smart for that. I don't know if Michael was in on it or not. I don't know if Michael knew. But Jason was smart for that. Jason could have did that without telling Michael. I'm pretty sure he probably did. They probably thought it was a real pen. That was smart. I said, come on, Jason, come through. If it was Invisible Ink, I'm kind of surprised Jason didn't tell Sonny yet. But I can understand why he didn't. Some things should be kept quiet for now. Um, I love the fact that Chase and all them, they're just in on this whole fucking thing. Chase was like buttering her up, letting her know, oh, what kind of husband leaves his wife on their wedding night. He just kept fucking with her mind even more. And then when Jocelyn was talking to Michael, she told Michael about Chase and Nell kissing. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but Michael had this smug look on his face, like he was kind of smiling, but Jocelyn kind of couldn't tell or whatever. But he looked like he was smirking. I said, this motherfucker. Michael had a smirk on his face, like he don't give a fuck. The whole time she was just sitting there telling him how Nell and Chase were kissing, Michael had that I don't give a fuck look on my face. I could care less. That's the look he gave. And then Nell sitting there eavesdropping on their conversation. Even if Michael didn't know Nell was sitting there listening to him and Jocelyn when he said, "Oh, I got everything under control," even if he didn't know she was standing there, it doesn't fuck up his plans in one bit because it's all a part of the plan still. Because he knows she eavesdropped. Even if he didn't know she was there at that particular moment, it still plays a part of his plan because he wants her to want to kill him. That's what he wants. He wants to goad her as much as he could into wanting him dead. Because notice how he was like, as long as the baby is okay. And Nell had to correct him. She was like, and I'm okay? He was like, yeah, you and the baby. I bust out laughing when he said that shit because even Nell started to figure out Michael don't give a fuck about you. He care about that baby. That's it. It started to dawn on her like he really don't give a fuck about me. Like they are playing this shit to the T. Like I very rarely see storylines in daytime that get played so beautifully. This storyline has been played beautifully. I fucking love it. I loved every second of it. Michael has been one or two steps ahead of this bitch all along. Ever since he proposed to her. Even before that, like he's been two steps ahead of this bitch. That's why I kept saying Carly needs to chill the fuck out. Calm down. Let him do him. Like he's an adult. He knows what he's doing. If Michael didn't know what he was doing, he wouldn't be doing it, period. If he didn't know what he was doing, if he wasn't ready to handle business. Clearly he know what he doing. Like she just needs to chill. Let him do him. I do agree with Sonny though. Sonny was like, whatever Michael plan is, he need to kick that shit in high gear. Cause we need to get Carly the fuck up out of here. I'm just saying. I was hoping that when Carly went to Ferncliff, that she would finally be different as far as her personality. Like she wouldn't be so quick to be irrational. She would think before she does things. But I just feel like this is not a learning experience for her as it should have been. This should have been something for her to learn from. But it seems like she still doesn't learn. She probably never will, which is a shame. Um, because when you don't learn from experiences, you're just gonna keep doing dumb shit that's gonna put you in bad situations every time. And the dumb shit that she was doing every time, confronting Nell, doing this, doing that, you were basically just gift wrapping evidence for Nell and the prosecutors because you keep goading this girl, you keep coming after this girl, saying this, doing that, in her face every 5 seconds in front of witnesses. Like you should have not. This is why I said months ago she need to stop reacting to her all the time. You know what I mean? Because it played into your downfall. Now you're in Ferncliff, and it looks like she still hasn't learned. You need to learn. And now she's trying to sit there and get Rupert on her side. Rupert, I agree with Rupert. He's an orderly. It's only but so much an orderly can do. I'm just saying. He could watch your back or whatever. That's cool. But he's an orderly. There's not much an orderly can do for you. Like you done crossed the line now. Now you don't went too far. Now there's nothing he can do to help you. So you shouldn't have done what you did because that was a stupid move. I could see her doing what she did if she had a plan. But the fact that Carly didn't have a plan, I'm like, you was stupid. Don't do shit if you ain't got no plan. If you ain't got no actual plan, like Michael, come on now. You think Michael would be doing all this if he didn't have no grand plan? Come on. Who does all this if they didn't have some type of plan that was gonna work? You know what I mean? This bitch had no plan. She just bust out of Ferncliff without any type of rhyme or reason, and now you done got yourself in even more legal shit. Dumb. Dumb. That's what it is. Just dumb. So anyway, what else? Fucking Mike, Drew and Sam done took him home. I kind of like the scene with Drew and Sam though. They look good. They still look good together, I will say. But I mean, as far as them getting back together, nope. I don't see it. I'm gonna tell you why I don't see it, because I feel like at this point they need to move the fuck on. Like, you know, and judging by the previews for tomorrow episode, look like Curtis trying to get him married off again. I'm like, Curtis, sit the hell down, talking about we need to find you a new wife. He's only been divorced for 5 minutes, Curtis. Ain't nobody trying to get married already. And hopefully it ain't to that damn DA, because I got a feeling that DA Margot, because I heard a rumor her and Drew's supposed to bump into each other. I'm like, oh hell no. You do not want to get mixed up with no prosecutor, especially when your wife is sometimes a criminal. I'm just saying. Well, your ex-wife, because you know Sam does illegal shit sometimes. But anyway, this was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it. I love how this episode was primarily all about the Michael Nell situation, and they didn't throw Peter or Nina or nobody else into this episode. I love how it was just one storyline centric. I think that was a dope idea to do, because that way it's easy for people to, see what's going on with it. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about today's episode. I will see y'all all tomorrow. Have a great day. Peace.